Soren's Great Sky High Kerfuffle. Soren was a penguin who was tired of being low to the ground. Every day, he watched the gulls zoom past the clouds. Waddling is for the birds, Soren grumbled, even though he was a bird. I want to be a sky pilot. Soren met his friend Otis, a very serious owl who lived in a nearby wooden crate. Otis, Soren said, puffing out his chest, I need to get up there. I have the spirit of an eagle trapped in the body of a beanbag. Otis adjusted his posture and sighed. Fine, Soren, but don't blame me if the clouds are harder than they look. Their first plan was the balloon bonanza. Soren tied 27 bright red and blue balloons around his middle. He stood on his tiptoes and waited. He felt light. He felt airy. He felt exactly like a penguin with 27 balloons tied to him. Otis decided to provide some extra lift. He stood behind Soren and flapped his wings as hard as he could. Prepare for takeoff, Otis hooted. A massive gust of wind ruffled Soren's feathers, but the only thing that moved was Soren's silly red scarf. Next came the super slingshot. They found a giant purple rubber band and stretched it between two tall pillars of ice. Sit tight, Otis instructed, pulling the band back until it groaned. Soren sat in the middle, wearing a pair of oversized goggles. On the count of 3. 1, 2. Twang! Soren didn't go up. He went forward. He zipped across the frozen tundra like a greased lightning bolt. His belly whistled against the ice, and he left a trail of smoke and startled snowflakes in his wake. I'm flying, Soren yelled. Wait, no, I'm just sliding very fast. Soren hit a ramp of snow at top speed and finally launched into the air. He was airborne. He did a somersault. He did a twist. He even tried to flap his flippers, but they were better at swimming than soaring. For 3 glorious seconds, Soren was the king of the sky. Otis watched from the ground, realizing Soren's trajectory was heading straight for a large drift. He grabbed a soft, fluffy pillow and began to run. Aim for the feathers, Soren, he shouted, though Soren was mostly screaming at that point. After the landing, which involved a lot of snow down Soren's neck, they tried the propeller hat. It was a heavy helmet with 2 wooden blades on top. Otis used a giant silver wrench to tighten the bolts. This has to work, Soren said. I can feel the science in my bones. Otis wound the propeller up until it was tight. When he let go, the blades spun so fast they became a blur. But instead of lifting Soren into the clouds, the propeller stayed put and Soren started to spin. He became a feathered tornado, drilling a hole right into the ice. Suddenly, the ice cracked. Splash! Soren fell right through his own hole and into the cold blue ocean. Otis rushed to the edge, looking down in a panic. Soren, are you okay? Do you need a life jacket?